Enter Cepherax. Now this is the first of the new gem dragons I've crafted. I really like the sound of these things. Deals a decent amount of damage to all enemies, boosted by blue gems, and converts 5 blue gems to blue giant gems, and a 10% chance for an extra turn boosted by blue gems. The traits are pretty good as well. Summon an ice storm at the start of battles. This is going to give us more blue. Reduce damage from skulls by 55%, which is pretty decent, so it may make it viable for being at the front of the team, but this is dangerous because even though you may get to do one cast quite quickly, it's going to take a little while to get that second cast up, and that could be the downfall. But for me, the standout thing was Sapphire Aura. Give 2 magic to all blue allies when matching blue gems. It's a really powerful third trait. You can really take advantage of this in certain teams. And that's what I'm going to try and do in this video. Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video I'm going to be crafting my first dragon egg, seeing which of the new dragons I get and having a quick look at it. You can see how much dragonite you've got, and this is a really important resource in the game by going to your hero tab in the top left, going across to inventory, and scrolling down a very short way to dragonite, and then you can see the exact amount you got there. Here I've got 616, which is enough to craft a dragon egg, because I have plenty of souls at the same time, which is the other resource you need. So let's go to the soulforge, across to troops, and down to the gem dragon egg. There it is. 500 dragonite required, 500 souls. As you can see, if you get one of these, there's no control, it's completely random. I don't mind which one I get, I'm happy with any of them, and just have a look. Right, so let's go, craft. I've had 3 perfect runs so far, is what I've managed to achieve in the dungeon, and I've got Cepherax, that's pretty cool. And I've been buying some of the dragonite with my gems, you know, on some days. I think I've done that 3 or 4 times now. So I have enough dragonite whichever way you look at it. And there it is, Cepherax. So let's have a little look-see at this. Let's go to my troops. Let's go to upgradable. And there it is, Cepherax. Deals damage to all enemies boosted by blue gems. Convert 5 blue gems to blue giant gems. And there's a 10% chance for an extra turn boosted by blue gems. So it's extra turn. It's boosted by the blue gems. That's pretty cool. Summons an ice storm at the start of battle, which is going to mean there's going to be more blue on the screen at once. Reduce damage from skulls by 55% is pretty good. And give 2 magic to all blue allies when matching blue gems. That is very powerful, actually. Give 2 magic to all blue, so in an all blue team. That is going to be really good. Alright, so let's crack on and make a team with this. Oh, before I make a team, let's obviously upgrade it. Let's grab the traits. Do like that last trait, that is really good. Let's chuck the level up to the max. Now let's take a look at the stats. 52 to all enemies, so that's pretty decent. Yeah, liking this. Alright, let's make a team. First up is my Miss Cepherax team. It's only a mishap if Mistralis decides to only punch 1 person rather than 4. She does damage to 1 to 4 random enemies, but don't be lazy, girl. Don't punch once, punch 4, do us all a favour. Now the damage is not too bad already, but it can get really high with Cepherax in this team. Cepherax gives 2 magic to all blue allies when matching blue gems, and that includes itself. So its own damage is going to go up, Mistralis's damage is going to go up, Cepherax's life-giving ability is going to go up, and we're going to explode even more gems. This is really handy if you're a newer player to the game and you do not explode as many gems as what I do there. Right, so in this team, what you're going to do is get these 2 charged up nice and fast. If Cepherax gets going on blue, it's pretty much all over for the opposition. You get Mistralis charged up. She goes around punching everyone. She has an extra turn. You just do it again on Cepherax. Charge Mistralis up again. Rinse and repeat while all the time Cepherax is just standing on top of the hill, watching from below, just chucking magic on everyone with every blue match, getting things a little bit crazy, ready to do itself a absolute bunch of damage if it is needed. Our Boreal Crystal is here to help speed things up, and it is also going to give elemental allies a status effect when it casts, which is Cepherax and Mistralis, which is really handy. The banner for this is +2 blue, +1 purple, -1 red frozen banner from the Glacial Peaks. And we're in the lovely Geomancer class. This is fast becoming one of my absolute favourite classes. All constructs start with 50%, which is only us, but that's all that matters. Reduced damage from the skulls is really handy too. And the talent trees, impact, super handy. Those web spinners that come along and do that triple damage. If you get a barrier first, with this rock solid by collecting brown, let them hit you. All they're going to do is take away your barrier, but they are going to be stunned, losing that triple damage. Anti-magic sphere, all these ones are no good. It's really cool. Tactician, gain 3 magic at the start, is useful again if you're a newer player. Rock solid we know about. Tree of knowledge, gain enchant when matching green gems, and fortitude. Right, let's take this into some PvP then and see what happens. What you got, Mercy? Good old Wrath, Obsidius, Essence of Evil, Mercy team. Don't want them getting a 4 match because we don't want to lose that ability of Cepherax. That's half the point of showing this team. So Mercy, don't... I'm waving a finger at the telly now. Like, don't you mess this up. Don't be annoying. Right, so we can collect this brown right away. That gives Mistralis some mana and gives us a barrier, which is pretty cool. Nothing else going on, so we can collect some blue and green at the same time. So right now we're doing a 41 life, 43 damage, and 58 damage. Let's just check around for Mercy quick. Purple to yellow. Do not want to give them a 4 match or a big old thing like this. Do not want to give them that. Does this mess it up? I want to get this. Yeah, I think that does, because that brings them down by 1. So we'll do that. As long as I didn't get a 4 match, that was the main thing. Right, now Cepherax is ready to go. It's not fantastic on blue. 11's not bad. That's about a 55% chance. We'll roll with this. But we've got it going. Now we've started to get some mana for the team, but he didn't quite charge himself. So I don't really want to take these blue, but it's important to do it because I need to keep the turn and keep things going with Cepherax. 13 there now. That's still a reasonable chance to get an extra turn out of this, and we did. Now, every time we do this, we keep on pushing the magic up. Look, we now got 53 life to all allies of that colour, 55 damage now from Mistralis, and at the moment we've got Cepherax doing 76 damage to all allies with a boost of 28. Wow. So that's what, 104 to all enemies? But we're not finished yet. We can keep on going with this, but first of all we'll do damage with our boosted up Mistralis. We've now got this ready to go again, 14. We could have got these first, but I don't want to mess up any blue that are there, so we'll cast that on that. 15 blue there now, so we'll cast him again on blue. That's got Mistralis ready again, who's even more powerful now doing 59 damage. If you want, you can just do this again. 16 is a really, really safe number. She's now on 63 splash damage. The dragon is now on 88 plus 32. So what's that, 120 to all enemies? Wow. You can soften them up with Mistralis. We are going to kill 3 of them with the dragon absolutely straight away. But I want to kill them all in one go. I'm greedy. What have we got now? 124 damage. Has anybody got any reduction? Nope. So let's hit them with Mistralis again. That's softened up then. Oh, they've got a backup. Okay, let's just get rid of a couple of them first and just leave a bandit there. Let's chuck this onto purple, because there's loads of purple there now, and all we need to do is get the dragon charged up, and it is game over. So really, really cool. I love these new dragons. This is the only one I've got so far, but yeah, this one's really good. And this team can work without Cepherax. So if you haven't got a Cepherax yet, then this combination of Cepherax, I'll get confused with my names now because I've named more funny names on my teams. Basically, this team of Cepherax and Mistralis can work fantastically well on its own. Cepherax is just almost a massive bonus to this, boosting up their magic, causing huge damage to all. But Cepherax and Mistralis is a absolute match made in heaven. As it is, now it's handy this team has come up because I can show now what I meant about the impact being really, really useful. Web Spinner normally does 3 times skull damage. But all we've got to do is get brown straight away if we can, and bonus, we've got it with a extra turn at the same time. So now I'll deliberately leave them this. By leaving them this, they will take that, and they're basically harming themselves. I've got a barrier. All that will happen to me is I'll lose my barrier. But because they take that, their Web Spinner will now be stunned, and they will lose that triple skull damage. All to do with the impact, that first trait there. Inflict stun when enemies deal skull damage to me. Even though they don't actually do actual damage to me, they've removed my barrier, therefore it is technically causing some form of damage. Right, so I want to leave that there, so I will grab some purple. There you go, he's stunned. He did get a bonus hit though, so not too chuffed about that if I'm honest. Let's cast this then, get the crew charged up, while at the same time giving some status effects to Mistralis and Cepherax. We'll give Web Spinner a bash back. Get that for our Cepherax, and Cepherax is ready to go again. 10 is not fantastic. I'd say it's about a 50-50 chance of an extra turn. For this reason, yeah, I'm going to do it because they only use blue for their Web Spinner, and that has worked out a treat, kind of. Hasn't worked out fantastically well on the second cast. We'll take that skull hit first. Now when there's a decent amount of purple, there's 11 there now, you can cast it on purple if you wanted, because this is going to get the dragon charged up. That's the only one using purple right now, because we're not going to cast the crystal, because that mana blocks the dragon. So if you wanted to get the dragon charged up, it would be a good cast now of Cepherax on purple, but we'll still do that on blue. That's got Mistralis charged up. She goes around punching a few people. Now I've got 12 on purple, but 14 on yellow. Now this is good on yellow as well. It's not going to charge up Cepherax because Cepherax doesn't use yellow, but it will charge up Mistralis and the dragon in a really good way. So I'm going to do this on yellow. This is why this is such a cool, versatile team. You can get this now if you want to charge up the dragon, which we do want to do. The dragon will be enchanted, so it's ready on the next round. You can cast Mistralis. She's gone up to 51 splash damage. Haven't been specifically looking for blue on this game at all. There's lots of green everywhere. We'll cast that. They're still entangled. Our dragon is now going to do 70 damage to all enemies plus 18, so that's 88. Let's do a bit of that. That's taken out them. That's taken out them. They got impacted. He's dead. And just one to go. And that is going to be the game, obviously. So, works really well again. Don't need to get that green, but we're enchanted anyway, so I may as well. Let's chuck that onto blue. And that will do. So yeah, really like that team. Cepherax really makes a difference to it. Massively boosting up the power of the team, while doing awesome damage to all at the same time. Next up is my Miss Gobirax team. What we've done this time is swap out Cepherax for King Gobtruffle, and this actually works really, really well still. And the reason is these two are a bit of a match made in heaven, really. When you got them both charged up at the same time, which will happen, then you always cast Mistralis first. And the reason is she does her damage and then gets an extra turn. King Gobtruffle generates brown and green, so the green goes to himself and the brown all goes straight into Mistralis, which will often charge her up really, really quickly. And they both, of course, have an extra turn, which is really cool too. Apart from that, it's exactly the same banner as the last team and exactly the same class and talents too. Alright, let's jump into a couple of PvPs then. We'll do the right hand side. Doomed Glaive, Apothecary, the Wild Queen and Leprechaun. So a skull based team here. Pretty dangerous. So if we can get brown, that gives us a barrier and charges up our Mistralis. If we can get blue, that gives us magic to all our characters, all our troops, and mana for Arboreal Crystal and anybody else. But what's the best first move? Don't want to do that because that's going to give them an extra turn on brown. Have to be wary of this. Leprechaun exploding all those green, so I'll collect green and brown at the same time. That reduced the amount of mana that he managed to generate. Get that for Mistralis. Can get this. This will be 10 blue. This may mess this up if I collect this, but I'll do that anyway. Because we were about to lose the turn no matter what. In this way, that's worked out better because we got a skull hit then. Got some blue, and that's given us some magic at the same time. So we're already on 44 damage to all enemies, and 47 and 64. They've all gone up by 4 magic each. This is an extra turn, so we'll do that. And Mistralis is up. Been cleansed, so we can cast this. Jumble the board around. Check around for 4 matches. If nothing's doing, see if the Arboreal Crystal is a nice cast or not. It's hardly, there's nothing in the way of green in this section of the board. Wow. So that's not a fantastic cast on that. So in that case, I would rather collect some blue, I think. Every time we collect blue, boosting up the magic of the team. It's a good thing to do, is to collect blue. Nice amount of green there for Gob Truffle. This is a slightly better cast now on green. At least there's some scattering around, but they're all around the edge. It's like, again, nothing in the middle this time. So not ideal. But we'll get blue and brown this way, so I think I'll do that. This purple is going to be good for our dragon. Right, they're ready to go now, but this team can loop quite well, especially when you get to cast Gob Truffle first, because it generates green for itself and brown for Mistralis. So we've got to be pretty unlucky to cast this and have nothing afterwards. We haven't got a huge amount afterwards. We've had our attack reduced, which is irritating, so we'll see if we can get anything from that afterwards, and we did. Now, when you get Gob Truffle and Mistralis up at the same time, you always cast Mistralis first. And the reason is, she uses brown, and Gob Truffle creates brown, which feeds straight into Mistralis. Right, and they're now entangled, so that is a caller that they're going to die anyway. So, yeah, we turn this game around rather nicely. And Gob Truffle ends up on 50 damage to all enemies. Mistralis on 53 damage. The dragon ends up on 73 plus 16. So 89 damage to all enemies. Make that over 90 now with that. So yeah, let's give it the glory. Oh, not quite enough to do it that way, so we'll hit them with that first. Then we'll give the dragon the glory. There you go. You had your time in the sun. So only damage at the end there, but it gave all that extra magic to the team, which does make a difference. Let's do another one. What we got? Good old web spinner, great worm. Oh, life and death. That's, you know, unusual. Not worried about web spinner in these sort of situations. When you have impact, Impact inflicts stun when enemies deal skull damage, so you can let them do that once, and if you get a barrier first, then basically that web spinner still gets stunned. All we've got to do is get brown. We'll do it here, but we can collect this purple first. The weapon's up. We'll get that. Don't really care if they give me a skull hit because it's not going to do anything. All it'll do is take away the barrier, but actually stun them. I actually want to leave that and let them take it. But the trouble is, there's so many green around, it is irresistible to cast my Arboreal Crystal. And the reason is, when we cast this, we're going to generate all the mana, as well as give King Gobtruffle and Mistralis a status effect. So there's too much to like about that not to do it, so we'll do that. Gobtruffle is ready to cast. We'll do that. That's fed Mistralis, who's now ready to do her stuff. Always cast Mistralis first, because Gobtruffle generates brown for Mistralis. Which I've probably just said about 400 times, maybe more. Let's cast the weapon. Lots of mana again. Constant barriers every time you get brown. Love a Geomancer class. The dragon's ready to cast the next round, so we don't actually need to collect that for it. So what can we do instead? Gobtruffle's ready next round. May as well get something for the hero then. And then what we've got now, there's not much blue there, so the boost is going to be small, so it's only plus 10. So it's 65 damage to all enemies. But hey ho, that is enough. See you later, everyone. So boosting up the team by blue matches and then devastating damage to all when it gets to cast. Let's just do one more. The Great Maw, Sky Scorpion, Scorpius. Interesting. Alright, let's go. Quite often with this team you will find that Mistralis and King Gobtruffle can almost win it on their own. But it's so good with the Cepherax at the bottom as well. All those blue make a difference. I should have shown that before I started. I think I start on 40 damage to all enemies. She's on 43 and Cepherax is on 59. So we've already gained 2 magic each so far. Not huge, of course, but it really, really adds up, especially when you keep on collecting blue. Like we do. Keep on collecting blue. Let's go Gobtruffle. This is going to feed Mistralis. Check around for extra turns. Nothing doing. Cast Mistralis. Jumbles aboard. May have a chance of an extra turn. Nothing doing. But if there's green spattered around, nice. We can do that. Same kind of deal. Green is quite nicely spread around, not perfect, but it's still pretty good. Still going to be enough to get Gobtruffle up at least. Cast him, he's going to do damage to everyone on their side, as well as generate mana for Mistralis. Get that way, makes an extra turn. Mistralis is up. She gets angry and just goes around punching everyone. Could do that. Stop them having any chance of casting that. Could get this. That's the sensible thing to do. That's the thing, you see, with these dragons. Shouldn't get carried away with just trying to collect blue just for the sake of boosting the magic and things like that. Still do the sensible thing, because the rest of the team will take care of itself. And there we go. We're going to win it comfortably. The dragon didn't have to do much. It's like just provided extra damage. Would now be doing 73 damage to all enemies. 83 even. Mistralis was ready and her damage was boosted to 49. Gobtruffle was boosted to 46. So an easy team. Let's give Mistralis the bonus and the glory. Right, so there's that team. King Gobtruffle was the hero that time. The MVP. Oh, can't not take on a Zol team, let's give it a go. Lamash 2, Herald of Damnation, Doomdak, Zulgoth. Super dangerous. Need to check out what they're going to convert first. Alright, so convert blue to purple. Some okay value for them there, but that is it. And yellow to purple is again just a small amount of value, but it's this one I'd rather take because I get blue and it gives me a boost to my magic. As you can see, yeah, yep, Gobtruffle starts on 40, Nostralis on 43, and Cepherax on 58. That's already been a nice little boost to their magic. Not a lot of green there now though for this, so I'd rather collect double purple. This is going to be a good match here. He's going to boost up my... Hang on, check this quickly first. Yellow to purple. Yeah, we'll take those purple off of them and give it to the dragon. This has been actually beneficial to us because now the dragon is ready. Check around for 4 matches. Looks like there should be something somewhere. Sometimes you see just an arrangement on the board and you think there's got to be something there somewhere for a 4 match. But not necessarily. But we can do some okay damage with this. Not many blue there, so the damage is only +6, so 70 damage, but it's still better than nothing. It's not exactly terrible. This is going to charge up the team. Cast Nostralis first, because King Gobtruffle feeds Nostralis. We'll grab that for her anyway. Somebody's already dead. Cast Gobtruffle. He's given himself a good bunch of mana back. Grab that. That's a good bunch towards the dragon again. That's going to go onto Nostralis. That's going to go onto Gobtruffle. This team does actually loot quite well, to be honest. That's going to feed Nostralis again. Voila. He's going to bash them and win the game. So that damage that the dragon done initially set them up quite nicely for Gobtruffle and Nostralis to finish off. So there's the team. I really like that team. It's very enjoyable to use. You don't get the power boost that you do on the Cepherax team, but it's still a lot of fun in its own way. But you will find that quite often Gobtruffle and Nostralis are quite capable of winning the game almost on their own once that Arboreal Crystal gets charged up and gives them a bit of mana. There's the teams. If you enjoyed the video, it'd be cool if you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.